funky.
Just me at the moment. It's that time of the week where we bring in the Spice Freak and find out what he's got, which goodies he's been out and found. So we're going to bring him in because he's pulling faces in the background.
Hello.
Hello.
That was what I was doing.
We did have lag earlier on, but it seems to have gone now.
Yeah, it usually does once you close your Facebook aspect of things.
Yeah, my Facebook just lags everything out. No idea why. Go up to there and we'll put comments back on because it's good to see what people... what have I done?
Yeah,
what have I done?
Good to see what's going on.
There we are. We're back.
Oh, we got people. Yeah. Hey, Facebook user who's tagging Stu, you might want to let it... So you don't want to let... StreamYard, that's it. You want to let StreamYard know who you are, but...
It helps. And then we can see.
Yeah.
So, we weren't here last week. Other things, prior engagements, but we're back this week.
Yeah, I was kind of in Sheffield playing card games, if you must know.
Dungeons and Dragons, by any chance?
No. The My Hero Academia card game.
I'm glad my Amy wasn't in the room then. She's a big fan of it.
Yeah,
massive fan of it.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed the card game years and years ago, long before it had any of these anime licenses, so...
Yeah, she's just into all the cartoons, basically. Well, you're not allowed to call it that. I've just said the swear word. I'm going to let you get on with it before I drop myself in it any further.
Okay, well, I did pick up one thing while I was down in Sheffield, and that's this. A premium mango and chili chutney. I've since checked the ingredients list, and it only contains a total of 0.6% chili, so 0.1% of which are red.
And that's Geeters.
Yeah. So hopefully it's a nice mango chutney, and some of those chilies are interesting hot ones that give it a bit of heat. But I'm guessing at 0.6%, it's not actually going to be that hot at all.
It's going to be standard supermarket style heat, I guess.
Probably. Smells a little pickly, a little vinegary. Looks something like that, and I'm not going to pour it all over my desk because it does look to be slightly less set than some, but still fairly set.
'Tis summer and a little bit warm. No,
There
it
you
looks
have it on
okay.
the spoon. Yep. Definitely a lot of spices in there. Not as sweet as some. Does have a fair bit of a tang to it, though. So, yeah, that vinegary aroma is definitely coming through in the taste. Where is it on the list of ingredients? Oh, okay, that's interesting. According to the ingredients, there's no actual vinegar, just acetic acid. Which, if I remember rightly, is the one that's in vinegar, but it does mean none of the extra stuff that gives vinegar its flavors in there.
Compare it to a mango chutney that you'd find in a standard takeaway somewhere.
So, more spices, more earthy spices particularly. Less mango. Probably about the same level of vinegar, but less sweetness. And heat-wise, there is a little bit. There's not much. It's all right, but I would prefer it a bit less vinegary.
Maybe it's a bit sweeter.
Well, maybe, but I don't mind it being not too sweet. It's just the acid that I'd like less of. So yeah, that's the thing I brought back from Sheffield with me.
Maybe the acid would be different if you were serving it with something rather than from a spoon.
Yeah, it would be a little bit, but also, I mean, what you could do is you could always marinate something in that. And then when you cooked it, all the acid would cook off, so that might work quite nicely. Understand it works very well as a chicken wing glaze, mango chutney in general.
Don't know. Never tried it. Not a big fan of chicken wings.
Fair enough. Then we have some stuff from the Heat Lab, who appear to be a very new company because I could find nothing about them online. But they're new in at my local chili shop, the chili shop in Leeds, and apparently they're based in York, or at least in a York postcode.
Is that the chili shop in the Leeds Meridian Centre?
Well, it's debatable whether they're actually in the centre or not. They're kind of on the outside these days.
Right on the outside, yeah, he's moved.
Yeah. Moved a few years back, but still part of the building, technically.
Yeah.
So yeah, first up we have their sweet chili. And let's see what's in this. Serrano pepper, red bell pepper, bird's eye chili, garlic, ginger, apple cider vinegar, and sugar. Interesting that the vinegar and sugar are so low, given that sweet chilies tend to have them first and foremost, but let's see how it is.
Go for it, dude.
Still pours like a sweet chili, although maybe slightly on the thinner side. Or the less syrupy side. And then, oh, that pours quite easily. Yeah, can taste the pepper quite a bit, but it's still that sweet vinegary, slightly gingery, maybe.
I've got this sound in my head, and it's in a Welsh accent, and it's saying chicken nuggets.
I mean, yeah, sweet chili will go on chicken nuggets regardless. It'll go on spring rolls quite nicely. And personally, I don't think this is that different to your standard sweet chili.
It's all right. I know what it was. Kevin Tilley just popped up online.
Pepper, but, egg rolls, you say? Dell's not a fan of sweet chili. Understandable. This isn't going to change that. You're asking me if I've tried pips yet again.
She says she's not a fan of sweet chili, but maybe it's on pancakes or something like that. She might.
No, it's going to be a bit vinegary for that, I reckon. Although, on a savory crepe, it would probably go quite nicely. You know, a bit of cheese and tomato, maybe throw some bacon in there if you feel like it, maybe scramble some egg, whatever you want to put on it.
I was going to say, now we're going back into an omelette or something like that. Bit of bacon.
Yeah, you can just do the omelette with it, bacon omelette. But yeah, it's perfectly reasonable for a sweet chili. I don't think it's anything special other than it has a bit more heat than most. It is very much the usual sort of flavor. So
I'm starting to come round to sweet chili sauces, but
well, I've had some great sweet chilies. Wiltshire Chili Farms has a nice bit of garlic and stuff to give it a bit more depth of flavor. And this theoretically has garlic in it, but it doesn't taste overly of it. And then there's stuff like I have yellow and green sweet chilies that were really quite nice. But you do have to do something interesting and different with a sweet chili to make it seem worthwhile to me.
I'm a fan of sweet and sour, so I'm starting to get into the sweet chili sauce as long as it's got that right balance of the sweet and the sour together, and I'm starting to like it.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense to me. But if you're going down that route, I kind of like a bit of Scotch bonnet in my sweet and sour or something like that.
Fatali, the Fatali yellow makes a lovely sweet and sour hot sauce.
Oh, where do you get that from? Or is that just a thing that you make yourself?
You grow the Fatali yellow. It's a plant.
Okay. You're actually making it yourself. You're not buying a...
Oh, no. Fatali yellow. It's easy as hell. Chop a Fatali yellow really, really fine. Big dollop of lemon curd into a pan. Dump the Fatali yellow in. Eat it up. Load of vinegar in. Psh, hot, sweet and sour. It's easy as that.
Going that way... Surely you could cut out the middleman of having to grow the chili plant and just use Irina's lemon drop curd.
Possibly.
That stuff is gorgeous.
I actually used that Irina's lemon drop to sweeten tea once. We had no sugar in the house, so I decided to have a black tea, and I used a spoonful of that to... It wasn't too bad. It worked okay.
I mean, it's never been my thing, but it's a popular thing to put in tea, so
It worked okay for me.
yeah.
It was a good sugar substitute at the time.
I mean, it's just gorgeous curd anyway, though. Can't really go wrong with it.
Tray full of chicken nuggets, and yep, that's the one.
And we have
Anyway,
the
back onto what you're doing.
This is their roasted garlic. And this one they claim is 4. What are they? Are they conical flasks? I think they might be conical flasks. Out of 5. So we'll see how that goes.
I like the colour of it.
Yes, Kevin. Oh, I should probably read you what's in this. This is again serrano peppers and red bell peppers and bird's eye chili. But it's also got scotch bonnet, white wine, vinegar, garlic, sugar, and salt. So a bit more chili in this one. Hopefully a bit more garlic, given that it's their roasted garlic sauce. And it's definitely a lot thicker than the last.
That's got a nice pour on that. I like that.
Yeah. Came out almost chunky, and yet it looks smooth on the spoon. Oh, don't mind that.
It came out like an ice cream pour the way it was about to start spiraling.
Yeah, almost. Smells garlicky, smells acidic. Has a lot of acid in the taste. I'm not keen on that. And other than that, very red peppery, but such a blend of red peppers that you don't get any specific one coming through too much. I'm getting a little into the bird's eye.
I can hear it changing your vocal cords.
Yeah. And there's definitely a decent heat to that.
There's the hiccups.
I wouldn't say it's the hottest bird's eye or scotch bonnet sauce I've had, but it's certainly bird's eye or scotch bonnet. But flavor-wise, it's just acidic red pepper to me. There is some garlic there, but it's not the focus. And I don't like that one.
It didn't look too good. It looked like it just went straight at the back of the throat.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, not too impressed with that. But I am going to have a bit of my milk before I move on.
You reacted to that, how, you know, the B&M sauces that you get from China and you get them at Christmas. That's how I react to them. It's exactly how you looked.
Yeah, I think those are a little bit more acidic and stuff, but it's not far off to me. And this is supposed to be a more artisan brand than those. But we do have a third one from them. This is their pineapple and habanero. Theoretically, orange habanero, but looking at it, you can see some little red flecks down the side.
Yeah.
So I'm curious on that one. Chili-wise, they only mention habanero mash for this, though. It's pineapple, apple cider vinegar, carrots, habanero mash, ginger, garlic, salt, and brown sugar. Interesting they specifically mentioned brown sugar for this one. Because the other two had very similar ingredients and just different ratios and stuff. But this one, they do seem to have changed everything. Different vinegar, different chilies, different sugar. You name it.
That looks runny.
It is very runny. Has little pale shreds in it, though. Lots of them in with the few red. I'll show you the side of the bottle again, see if that shows you. I can't tilt this spoon towards the camera. There's no way that's not going to go everywhere.
That was very thin, you're right, Adele.
Yeah, it's a little bit pineapple-y up front, definitely. But it is... it feels very watered down. There's not a lot to it.
Maybe give it a shake. It might have...
Possibly.
settles.
Invert it for a little bit, see if that solves the problem. But and the sweet chili was all right, Adele. So far, I've not much cared for the others. Let's see if that's actually improved it at all.
Not much.
Maybe marginally. But no, that's still. I was expecting it to be sweet, bold, fruity. Maybe get a little bit of that garlic coming through. But it's just lightly pineapple, even more lightly vinegar, and not a vast amount else.
It's
There
one
is
of the
definitely heat to it. Not quite as much as the last one, but a noticeable amount.
usually I think flow restrictors are pointless in bottles, but that one looks like it could really do with a flow restrictor in, so you could use it as a splashy.
Yeah, except for the fact that you're going to have to pour on a fair amount of this to get the flavor from it. Because it's just quite weak. It's disappointing. Not impressed by any of these. I mean, the sweet chili was all right, but it was just a sweet chili. The rest, yeah. Oh,
No. The labels look good and the colours look good.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they look good. That's part of why I bought them.
I can't see who Facebook user is, but he's just summed it up perfectly. Let's see if we can get that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You can't judge a book by its cover. Yeah. The packaging does look absolutely excellent.
Yeah.
And the colour, the sauce itself in the bottle looks pretty good.
If you have a look at the neck of this one, you can see that they're a little bit new to the game. They're still getting their shrink wrap all creased and wrinkly. But I mean, that doesn't reflect badly on them as a company. That just shows that they're new.
Yeah.
They've not had that experience with doing it before.
Even Katie.
Looks great, yeah.
Didn't see Katie come in there.
Hey, Arena. You missed us talking about how great you are.
Lucky da. By the looks of the sauces tonight, you haven't missed much for those that's just popped in.
No. Haven't been a ton impressed. And this was the best of them, and it's just a slightly hotter sweet chili.
They just reminded me of the B&M sauces.
Well, that second one particularly. It was just red pepper and acid.
Chemically mixed in labs. It actually says the heat lab. It's basically chemically mixed in labs.
Name of the company. Oh, they do have a little bit of a blurb about each one, so you want to hear what they say about them.
Go on then.
So we'll start with the sweet chili and work our way through as we did before. Field data. The Heat Lab's extensive research into the typical sweet chili sauce provides you with an improved take on a classic. A balance of red and serrano peppers create the base, sharpened with apple cider vinegar and bird's eye chilies for extra heat. Yeah, I mean, it does pretty much what it says.
I would say that did sound pretty...
extra heat. So
we'll give them that one.
That one's pretty apt.
Yeah.
Then what do they say about the roasted garlic? Roasted garlic is added to the Heat Lab's scientifically developed blend of chili peppers to give the perfect combination of heat with full-bodied flavor, well suited for any occasion. I mean, it is a pretty full-on flavor, but the full-on flavor is mostly acid. It's not nice.
There's something about it still telling me that the real place these come from is China. The way it's scientifically produced, it sounds they're done in a pipette with a big machine that knows the exact dollops of. There's no human interaction in the creation of them.
I know what you're saying. There's nothing on the packaging to suggest that that's the case, but I mean, it does seem like that sort of process, doesn't it?
Yep. Kevin Tilley's got a good suggestion: taking it to work for the boss.
And then finally we have the pineapple and habanero, which according to them is using the knowledge of our scientists, we have developed a hot sauce with a sharp citrusy flavor. The flavor of habanero chilies and a touch of ginger complement pineapple for a tropical vibrancy, used to add a tangy twist to any meal. I would not say this is vibrant in the slightest. I mean, maybe tropical, but even then, it's not very strongly anything. It's just sort of lightly pineapple, lightly vinegar.
It's basically got a lack of flavour.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Arena. I need to get in touch with relatives and see if that's a feasible thing for me to do.
That would be brilliant if you're on about Chili Bob's, because I'd love to come and see you down there.
I'd love to come to Chili Bob's. It's just a question of how feasible it is. So I will let you know what's happening with that in the future.
Well, so out of tonight's 3 sauces, I usually ask you which one's your favourite. I don't need to. It was basically the sweet one.
Yeah.
Because the other 2 were just not even getting a look in.
Pretty much, yeah. The sweet chili, I mean, I wouldn't say I'd recommend it necessarily, but I wouldn't recommend against it the same way I would the others. Let's put it that way.
The final one seemed really disappointing, but I'm wondering, is the reason that it had no flavour is because you'd done the previous one beforehand?
I doubt it.
Doubt it.
And do you want me to see if I can find another pineapple sauce around and compare?
No.
I'm sure I got better pineapple sauces on my shelves somewhere.
Well, I know for a fact you will do, because there's quite a few good pineapple sauces kicking around. Screaming Chimp does one.
I haven't finished them off, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. The pineapple sauces do tend to vanish. Very big favourites on pizza, apparently.
Yeah, pineapple sauce on pizza is really good. I do agree.
I've got to admit, although I can't stand pineapple on pizza, pineapple sauce does work.
One of the things that people who hate pineapple on pizza, or people who like pineapple on pizza sometimes but not others, will tell you is that part of the reason that people don't like it on pizza is because they just put the pineapple on the pizza. They don't cook it first.
Yeah, it's the texture.
So if you cook it down into a sauce, you've caramelized it a little bit, you've done all that, then you've solved the problem.
Yep. Pineapple does go on pizza if you know what you're doing. It doesn't go on pizza if you're just chucking it on a pizza.
Pretty much, yeah. I like how Kevin Tilley is telling you he'd have something really hot to get rid of the taste, when the problem wasn't there wasn't any. Nice try, Kevin, but it's not going to work.
Katie has the right idea. Don't like sweet on pizza. Yep. Pile more bolognese on or something like that.
Yeah,
more bolognese and more cheese.
But, you know, pair it with some jalapenos. Have some spicy to counteract the sweet.
I don't actually put peppers on a pizza.
Oh? No. I tried Scotch bonnet on a pizza once. Wasn't that impressed just because it goes a bit smoky and I don't know, that rubbed me the wrong way, but jalapenos and pineapple on pizza quite nice. I've put hotter things on. I'm just trying to think what in the past. Quinoa pizza was all right.
I'd rather put something hot as the base sauce for the pizza.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The peppers on you.
No, I don't think No, I don't have it on the shelf right now. Although, actually, no, I do have.
Irina doesn't like sweet and savoury together at all.
Oh, interesting. I very much like a bit of chili salt on my chocolate or something. Yeah, I do have some of this from the chili project. A Scotch bonnet pickle. I'm thinking that mixed into the tomato sauce would be very nice.
Yeah,
definitely a chili pickle in with the sauce works well.
I bet you it'd make a great burger sauce. A bit of that with a little bit of ketchup and some mayonnaise. Mix it up and shove it as a burger sauce.
Yeah. Yeah. I could definitely see that.
Somebody's asking, "How's the herb garden?" I don't think they're talking to me.
I'm not sure what they're talking about either. I got some nice chives outside, but other than that, not going too well.
Irina can eat fire though. She's saying she likes it on a spoon straight from the pot.
Oh, I agree, Adele. Their naga pickle, honestly, it doesn't have that much naga in it. It's definitely got some, but it's more about the garlic, about the spices, all that sort of thing. Whereas the Scotch,
Somebody met Pip today.
whereas the Scotch bonnet one definitely has more of a pepper forward quality to it, and therefore you get more of the pepper's heat, even if it is a milder pepper. So they work out maybe about the same, but more realistically, I'd say the Scotch bonnet's a little bit hotter and definitely a lot quicker to hit. But personally, I am more of a fan of the Naga. That one tends to disappear.
Dog was trying to get out the door. If you're wondering what I was doing there, I was trying to signal to Amy to let the dog out. Otherwise, he starts whining at a really, really, really high pitch, and
Ooh. Yep. Yep. Oh, that one.
it's awful.
Anyway, I think that's all I have to show off today.
Well, I'm sorry that it was a bit disappointing for you this week with the sauce
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah. I know I have some better things coming in the future.
I don't know what you're going to do with those because it doesn't look like you're going to do much with them.
No, I'm going to write about them. I'm going to put up a disappointing blog review, and then I don't know from there.
When you write up the blog review, yeah, make sure you share a copy of it in Nuke because I'd love to read it as well.
Will do.
That one is going to be interesting. I think that is the most disappointing product I've ever seen you review.
Yeah, they're just underwhelming, really.
Totally underwhelming.
One of them's the roasted garlic was actively bad. The other two, just one of them was nothing, and the other one was fairly normal.
I just like the way you just couldn't hide your disappointment at all. It was just one of those times where you couldn't even try.
Yeah. I do try to be honest with you, but yeah.
You normally try to find something at least good in each.
Yeah, I do try to be a little bit positive as well.
Watching you with that one, I was like, yeah, I can't wait to read the review. Because you're going to have to taste them again while you're doing it.
No, I am, aren't I?
Just to refresh your memory.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Good luck,
the worst.
Good luck with that one. Well, we're going to say good night, guys. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
That was
See you, everyone.
Colin Sloss with the most disappointing sauce review he's ever done. See you later, dude. Well, so that just goes to show you can't always pick a right product. Don't always take our word for it, though. Do go and check out those sauces and try them for yourself, because one person's taste is not the same as everybody else's. Although what I will say is Cora's taste buds and sense of smell is pretty up there, so beware. I'm going to get myself off. New Chilli-heads, Lucifer's son. Bye, guys.